Have you ever stared at a blinking cursor, knowing you desperately need some direction, but you can't figure out the right words to type? We spend our days interacting with machines that demand precision. We have been trained to think that if we don't enter the exact right prompt, we get useless results in return. It is easy to apply that same logic to our actual lives. When you feel stuck in a career that doesn't quite fit, or a relationship that feels off, the details are blurry. You rarely have neatly defined inputs to work with. Because we think we need a perfectly formed question before we can ask for help, we freeze. We sit there, waiting for absolute clarity before we make a single move. This hesitation stops many people from exploring Qi Men Dun Jia, an ancient system designed for navigating complex choices. Beginners often back away from it, worried they are asking incorrectly. This specific hurdle is so common that experts have a name for it: Myth 28. It's the mistaken belief that the system is only effective if you approach it with a perfectly defined question. Author Patrick Sia argues that absolute clarity isn't a requirement to begin. You do not need to know exactly what you are looking for before you open the map. When we treat this system like a search engine that needs a flawless prompt, we limit its ability to help us. It was designed to function in the real world, where questions are rarely perfect. Instead of a search engine, think of the system as a flashlight turning on inside a dark, foggy room. In your 20s, life is constantly shifting. The variables of your career and your goals are evolving. Formulating an exact mathematical question about your future is difficult because the ground is still moving. The system takes a snapshot of current conditions. It looks at the practical realities and your surrounding environment without needing a perfect starting point. You can show up with a vague concern, and the chart will map the environment, highlighting unseen risks and hidden opportunities. By laying out the reality of the situation, the system helps you explore your options. It allows you to look at the map first, so you can figure out what your actual question should be. Sitting around trying to logic your way into a perfect question keeps you stuck. Engaging with the chart, even when you are confused, forces you into an active state. The process of looking at the map is often what finally clears the mental block. As you analyze the possible directions laid out in front of you, your scattered thoughts naturally start to focus. When you wait until you know exactly what to ask, you end up doing nothing. Weeks or months can slip by while you try to formulate the right words, delaying choices about your work or your future. Taking a step forward with incomplete information moves you closer to a solution than standing still in the dark ever could. You do not have to wait for a moment of clarity to strike, because the act of searching is what creates that clarity. This realization offers a sense of freedom. You do not need to have your life completely figured out in order to start navigating it effectively. The system provides a flexible framework designed specifically for evolving, messy situations. It adapts to the reality of change, providing structure when things feel chaotic. That kind of adaptability is essential when you are navigating your 20s. When every year brings new roles and challenges, having a reliable way to weigh your choices helps you make smarter decisions. So stop trying to force your uncertainty into a perfectly typed prompt. Let go of the need to be exact and start exploring your path right now. To learn how to turn uncertainty into an advantage, head over to patricksia.com. There, you'll find resources designed to help you map out your next moves. Your current situation might feel unclear right now, but with the right tools, your very next step doesn't have to be. Choose exploration over perfection. Welcome to a better way to navigate the unknown, and keep looking for the truth behind the myths.